Today, I'm gonna go step by step on everything you can do to remove your personal information from the internet. And at the very end, we're gonna have a couple extras, plus don't forget to scroll down to the description below to get exclusive discount links to the things that we're gonna be talking about as the video progresses. Don't forget that these links will save you money while supporting the channel at no extra cost, which we always appreciate. This is gonna be the easiest, but for some, it might be a little intense, as you have to sit down and write everything that you feel or want off the internet. For others, you might have gotten to this video because, well, something happened, like you're a victim of identity theft, and you want to make your personal information more secure and available only to you. If you're thinking, well, I'll just switch my public Instagram profile to private, and maybe I'll just tighten up a little bit of that Facebook privacy by switching on 2FA, you have to determine, is that going to be enough? In most situations, I would say no, but it's a good start. So if you don't have those things, maybe you want to do them now. So getting to step 2, we're here to figure out, well, what information is out there and where is it living exactly? Once you find out what you want to protect, let's figure out where those pieces live and what it looks like exactly, because that's going to determine the amount of work. So a good start is literally just Googling your first and last name and seeing where all your information is popping up. Now, I will note that if you have a pretty common name, you might get a lot of hits in search results. So you've Googled your name, and now we're scrolling through everything we found. Some of you might not be surprised, others might be a little uncomfortable about what you're seeing. Now, you might ask yourself, well, why is my personal information out there, and why are these entities or companies scraping for it and posting it pretty much available to the highest bidder? Well, the biggest surprise is this is totally illegal. Companies can do this and do this as a business. A lot of places that have a consent or an agreement, if you read the fine print, they can sell your personal information, which is very uneasy, as your personal information can quickly end up in the wrong hands. Things as simple as reward cards can even have this fine print. So you might think, well, maybe I was a victim of a data leak, but as you do digging and search further, you might just find out that it was really your local coffee shop that you have a rewards program through that leaked or sold your information, where it finally ended up in the wrong hands, because this information can be sold over and over and over again. So what can you do? Well, you have data brokers. So of course, the next thing I'm going to talk about is data broker removal services. And for this video, we're going to use the example of Optory. So with a data broker removal service, what it does is it scans for your information on the internet, and it'll highlight where or in what data broker services your information appears. And we'll get into this a little deeper later, but Optory will scan for free. So you can do this scan and get an idea of where your information is and how much of it is available for the public out there. After the free scan, you'll get screenshots of where your personal information is. A lot of it will be accurate, but some of it might be wrong. You get a scan, you get a screenshot so that you have accuracy and you know where your data is, and then you can get a clear picture of what information is out there and where it is. Once we find out where all the scary stuff is, you have 2 options, and the first one is completely free. Now, this is the manual route, meaning you have a screenshot of where your information is. So now you go there and you manually sort through the information and the opt-out request or the takedown request. Once this form is filled, it will submit it to the company or the data broker company that has your information. This will give them a certain time frame to take down your information from their site. Now, here's a pro tip. Bookmark the web page, because again, they might honor your takedown request, but that doesn't mean that it's gone forever. They just deleted it. They'll rescrape your information and try to repost it again, and you really can't do anything about it except submit another takedown request. But most of the time, if you find your information on one data broker site, you're gonna find it on multiple. And this is where this constant loop gets pretty tiring and time consuming. Going the premium route means somebody does the heavy lifting. It means that they reach out to those data brokers for you, they automate the process, they submit the takedown requests, and they'll even look for your information in the same places again or in different places and make sure that your information stays off those data broker sites. Now, Optory is my top pick for this because not only do they combine automated process that is done with computers, but there also is a human element that is combined for oversight, which makes them that much more accurate. I mean, you combine accurate, fast, and reliable service. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Now, we're to the part where you're like, well, this is gonna cost me money. And I'm gonna say, don't forget to check out the description below for exclusive discount links to save you some money while supporting the channel at no cost to you. Now, doing all the legwork, I have made a data broker removal service chart that goes through why Optory edges out the competition. Optory is the cheapest out of all services because they do offer a monthly payment, whereas DeleteMe, which many of you might have heard of, only offers annual plans, so it will cost you more upfront, whereas Optory can chunk it up for you to make it a little bit more affordable. The other thing that makes Optory unique is the fact that they show you screenshots of exactly where and what your information looks like on those data broker sites, whereas other data broker removal services, they don't. Remember, these are subscriptions for a reason, and that means that at some point your data will resurface, and that is why it's important to keep these programs running in the background so that when your information resurfaces, it can get scrubbed and keep your personal information private. If you want full identity theft protection, don't forget to check out the other videos in the channel. There is a wealth of information on here, so don't get intimidated. Poke around, watch different videos. Something will fit your needs. But if you do have any questions, please drop them in the comment below. Perhaps you have a data broker story you want to share or something that I've missed. Please, this is an ongoing and evolving channel.